Yumiko Shinozaki makes these fantastic ceramic vessels. And instead of just a little bowl or a little pot or vase, she makes these really interesting, very ornate sculptural objects that include all of these really unconventional materials. So in this example here, we see a round vessel, and it looks like it has all these appendages coming out, including the foot of a doll, but also these very textured, really colorful tentacles. They look like octopus legs, or they might look like coral. And then they are attached with this glass glazing that seems to drip off the vessel, becoming legs that support and raise the form above the table. It's really interesting and really creative. I think, Japanese ceramics are highly valued and really very collectible around the world, but this Shinozaki's work is doing something that I think is really unique. It's really playful, it's very strange, but also with these elements that seem to evoke pornography and also dolls. It's really very surreal. It's really unusual, and it actually made me think of this artist Hans Bellmer, who's a German surrealist artist known for his sculptures using doll parts, which he then would pose in these really erotic compositions. In a similar way, Shinozaki is taking these elements that we have associations with, whether that's dolls or ceramics, and combining them to create these fantastical sculptures that are both alluring but also slightly disconcerting. And I think that's really effective in her work. The other thing that I know she's thought about is the way these ceramic vessels will become remnants for the future, how these objects will stand the test of time, unlike more ephemeral digital signs and images, and how maybe in 1,000 years someone might find this object and have so many questions about what it is, how it was used, and why there's a doll foot sticking out of it, and why are these little pornographic images embedded into the glass. Another work that I think is interesting, or another artist that I think is interesting to think about in relation to Shinozaki is Robert Rauschenberg, who is really known for his production of these assemblages, these sculptural objects that included objects from everyday life, whether those are tires or comic strips, which he would then incorporate into these large-scale pieces. And I think in the same way, Shinozaki is looking at both high and low in her work, about these really permanent, beautiful ceramic objects, but then also everyday objects like dolls and everyday activities like pornography.